Now I'll start the session. I'll share my screen. Okay. Now, in the last session, we are discussed about the concept of that is how launched Linux server or the Windows server make as web server. That is Linux server or Windows server. Windows server. Windows server. That is how you are make as web server. How you are make as web server. That is in the last session we are discussing. Last session we are discussing. Now, today's session, I explained in the last session very clearly. Launch and connect Linux server and make as web server in the normal procedure, and also using bootstrap script also I explained. Now, in this session, I am going to explain and at the same time Windows server also launch and connect Windows server and how you make as a web server. How you make as a web server. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss about the concept of we are going to discuss about the concept of one is load balancers. Load balancer. That is, we are discussing the technique application load balancer. Application load balancer, right? So there are types of different types of load balancers are there. Classic load balancer, application load balancer, network load balancer, and gateway load balancer. Load balancer. I'll see those things in the AWS account also. I'll see those things in the AWS account. Now, I had to open my AWS account. I had to open my AWS account. That is AWS account is open already. Now, now to explain the application load balancer, this is to see that the application load balancer. Classic load balancer is outdated. Classic load balancer is outdated. First, we will see what is the load balancer. What is the load balancer? That is, Elastic Load Balancer is a service which uniformly distribute network traffic and workloads to the multiple servers. Here, through the systems, we transmit the information through the cloud, right? Through the cloud. So how it is balancing the load, how it is distribute the load to the different servers, to the different servers. That is the concept today, right? That is the concept today. Now, now there are different types of load balancers are there. There are different types of load balancers are there. Classic load balancer, application load balancer, network load balancer, gateway load balancer. These are different types of load balancers in the AWS. Classic load balancer, application load balancer, network load balancer, and the gateway load balancer. Now in this session, we are clearly discuss with hands-on application load balancer. Classic load balancer is outdated one. Classic load balancer is outdated. Now it won't work in the AWS. That is, it retired the service from the August 2022, August 31st. August 31st onwards, that service is not enable the AWS. That service is not enabling the AWS. I'll show you that one also. No one company is using the classic load balancer. Majority of the companies, majorly they are using the load balancers application and the network load balancer. That's why they are using the application and the network load balancers are used, right? Now in this session, we are going to discuss about the application load balancer. Application load balancer, right? This is about the classic load balancer. I am not explaining the classic load balancer. I'm not explaining the classic load balancer. Now, Now, I need to explain the application load balancer. In application load balancer routing traffic to target based on the content of the request. Based on the content of the request, the load is distributed to the servers. Load is distributed to the servers. For that, For that, to apply the application load balancer, to apply the application load balancer, you need to create two Windows server. I have to explain the Windows server. Now you apply the concept, the application load balancer for the Linux servers also. For the Linux servers also. Now, for that I need to create two Windows server, two Windows server. Right now, in my AWS account, click on my EC2 dashboard. There is no instances are running. There is no instances are running. Observe that there is no instances are there. Keypads are 0. And the security group is 1. Security group is 1. Now I am launching the Linux mission. I am launching the Linux mission. I am launching the Linux server. Sorry, I am launching the Windows server. You know how we have to launch that? Click on EC2 service. Choose the instances. Launch instances. Launch instances. You have to give the instance name Windows Server. Windows Server 1 I am given. This I have copied and pasted it on the notepad. This is the Windows Server. Windows Server 1 I am given. Second step, you need to choose the Amazon mission image. You are launching the Windows Server. So you need to choose the Windows operating system image. Next, you have to choose the free tier eligible one. Instant type I am chosen T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory is providing. Now I am creating the key pair. Click on create new key. I am given the key pair name is Windows Server 1 key I am given. Windows Server 1 key I am given. Copy and paste it here. Copy and paste it here. Now we can download the key pair, private key file format, PEM format. It is downloaded. Now the next step, in network settings, click on the edit option. Whatever the default VPC, the default VPC as it is, we have to choose it. I'm not given any subnet preference. Auto assign public IP is enabled. Now for naming convention, I am using the Server, Windows Server 1, Windows Server 1 security group I am given. Same, I copy and paste it in the description also. Copy and paste it in the description also. I paste it in the notepad also. Right. Now, the next step is security group rule. That is, we have to enable the type is, you are launching the Windows server. You have to enable the type is RDP. Port range is 3389. Port range is 3389. Source type is anywhere. Now I am writing the bootstrap script for Windows server also. I am writing the bootstrap script for Windows server also. Now that is nothing but I am not follow the procedure to make as a web server. To make as a web server, I write the bootstrap script and my Windows server at the time of launching it is make as a web server. That is installing the web packages. Install the web packages in my Windows server. In my Windows server. For that, to run the index.html file, to run the index.html file, you need to enable the HTTP protocol. That's why we can click on add security group rule here also. Now we have to choose the type is, we have to choose the type is HTTP, source type is anywhere, source type is anywhere, storage is providing for Windows server, 30 GB is providing, 30 GB is providing. Now I go for advanced details, scroll down. I'm writing the bootstrap script here. I'm writing the bootstrap script here. In this PPT, it is available for the Windows Server bootstrap script. Windows Server bootstrap script. Bootstrap script is there. We see here, click on here, click on here. You copy and paste it. I'm writing the bootstrap script in PowerShell, PowerShell, PowerShell. Paste it here. Paste it in the notepad first. Paste it in the notepad. Here, I'm applying the load balancer. That's why I mentioned this instead of Amazon Web Services. I have mentioned the first mission. I have mentioned the first mission. Now I copy this one, this PowerShell script, copy this one and paste it here and paste it here. There is no spaces. If spaces are there, then it won't be accepting. Paste it here and then click on launch instance. Click on launch instance. That is first Windows server I am launching. The status is pending. Meanwhile, I am launching the another Windows server also. Click on launch instances. Click on launch instances. I am given the instance name is Windows Server 2. I am given Windows Server 2. I am given. Same I copy and paste it here also in the notepad. In the notepad, and then choose the Amazon mission image is Windows. Choose the Amazon mission image is Windows. Pre-tier eligible one I am chosen. Instant type T2.micro. That is, it is providing one CPU, 1 GB memory. Click on create new key pair. I am given the key pair name. I am given the key pair name Windows Server 2 key. Windows Server 2 key I am given. Copy and paste it in the notepad. Copy and paste it in the notepad. Right. Now we can download the private key file format, PEM format. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option. Go for network settings. Click on edit option. Default VPC I am taken. There is no subnet preference. Auto assign public IP is enabled. For naming convention I am given. For naming convention I am given Windows Server. Windows Server 2 security group I am given. Copy it, paste it here in the description and paste it here also in the notepad. In the notepad. Now, now scroll down. I am using the bootstrap script. I am not follow the procedure to make as my Windows server as a web server. By writing the bootstrap script, that is my Windows server after the launching and connecting, that is make as a web server. That make as a web server. For that, I have to enable the HTTP also. Click on add security group rule. Type we have to enable. Type we have to enable HTTP. Port range is 80. Source type is anywhere. Source type is anywhere. Default storage it is providing 30 GB. Right now I am not adding any additional volume of GB, additional volume of data. Now we can click on advanced details. Scroll down. Scroll down. Here in this box we have to paste the PowerShell script. We have to paste the PowerShell script. This one, but for difference purpose this is the second mission. This is the second mission. For that I am written here as second mission. I'm written this as second mission. Second mission. Copy this one. Copy this one. Paste it here. Paste it here. Launch the instance. Launch the instance. Right. Now these two servers I am installing. I am launching these two Windows servers. I am launching. Now one is in pending status. One is in running status. One is in pending status. Another one is running status. You know that any website which is run the main file using index.html. Index.html. If you click on amazon.in, amazon.in, that is, if you click on laptop and accessories, one index.html file is there. If you click on this one, cameras, one index.html file is there. Smart technologies, one index.html file is there. Now, now I am launching Windows Server. I am launching these two Windows Server, these two Windows Server. That is for that, for that, for that these two are missions are running status. Now we'll see that this is the mission one. This is the mission one. Click on connect. Go to the RDP client. Go to the RDP client. This is my first mission, public DNS. Copy it. copy it and paste it here and paste it here, public DNS, public DNS. And then that copy and paste the username, paste it here, paste it here. Next. Now to connect the Windows server, you need the password. You can click on get password. Upload the private key file. In downloads, we have to choose Windows Server 1 key. Click on open, scroll down, decrypt the password. Decrypt the password. Password we are getting. You copy it, paste it in the notepad. Paste it in the notepad. Right? Paste it in the notepad. Now, I'm connecting first first Windows server. I am connecting first Windows server. How I am connecting the Windows server? In my laptop, in the search box, I have to type it remote desktop connection. Click on that. Now, you have to copy public DNS of my first machine, Windows Server 1, or you may copy and paste it the public IPv4, public IPv4, copy and paste it here. Click on connect, click on connect, give the username. The username is administrator, username is administrator, and the password, this is the password, this is the password. You copy it and paste it here, paste it here. Click on OK, click on yes, click on yes. This is my first Windows server I am launching. First Windows server I am launching. Similarly, I am connecting second Windows server also, second Windows server also, second Windows server also. For that, click on the instances, choose the second Windows server, go for connect, click on RDP client, click on RDP client, copy and paste the public DNS of the second Windows server, copy and paste it here, and you can copy the username, and to connect the Windows server, you need the password. Click on get password, upload private key file, select the Windows server 2 key, click on open, scroll down, decrypt the password. You are getting the password. Copy and paste it here. Copy and paste it here. Now, I'm launching the second Windows server also using remote desktop connection. Click on that. Now, you copy and paste it the public DNS for the Windows Server 2, public DNS for the Windows Server 2, this one, paste it here, click on connect, click on connect, give the username is administrator, username is administrator, enter the password, copy and paste it, copy and paste it, password, click on connect, click on yes, click on yes. My second Windows server is also connecting. My second Windows server is also connecting. Now in this session, I am launching two Windows server to apply application load balancer. To apply application load balancer, I am launching two Windows server and I am writing the bootstrap script so that those Windows server make as web server. Make as a web server. We have observed that this is my first Windows server, my first Windows server. Now I am not enabling in Windows Server IIS. I am not enabling. By writing the bootstrap script only while launching the instance, it is make as a web server. Click on that. This PC. Click on C drive. inetpub is created. inetpub is there. Double click on that. www root folder is created. Click on that. I'm not creating any index file right now, but it is created. Why? Because I am writing the bootstrap script in the PowerShell to launch the Windows server. To launch the Windows server. Okay. Okay. Similarly, we observe the second Windows server also. Second Windows server also. Click on this folder. Click on this folder. Click on this PC. Click on C drive. initpub is creating. I'm not enabling IIS server. I'm not installing any web packages in this Windows server. Just I am writing the bootstrap script. With that bootstrap script, it is enabling the web server. It's make as a web server. Click on initpub. www root folder is created. Click on that. Index file is created. Index file is created. I am not creating. I am writing the bootstrap script. With that, it is create the index.html file is created. Index.html file is created. Minimize this. Minimize this. Minimize this. Go for the instances. Click on the first Windows server. Copy the public DNS. Copy the public DNS. I am send it in your chart window. Send it in your chart window. Now, to copy and paste it in your browsers, to copy and paste it in your browser, what the result you are getting, 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 first mission, you are getting, the first mission. Similarly, I am sending the second Windows server public IPv4 to the chart, copy and paste it, on the browser, copy and paste it on the browser. We are getting the result is second mission. We are getting the result is second mission, right? To develop the web server, in the web servers, not only the single index.html, If you click on amazon.in, you go to the mobiles. Here, index.html main file is there. Electronics, another index.html file is there. Like that, this is the web server. Now, I am creating in my launched server. I am creating. One more folder. In this PC, C drive, initpub, triple W root folder. I am creating the folder name. Custom. I am creating. Now, 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 I am using. I have to create one index.html file. I am creating one index.html file. I am creating. Click on the notepad. That is, here I am writing the script. By using the h1 tag. This is Google Drive. I am written. H1. Now I save this. And my first mission in this PC, this PC in C drive, inetpub folder, triple W root folder. Under that, I am creating the custom folder. Click on that. You have to give the name index.html. We save as all files. Click on save. We have to close this one. Right? So in custom folder, I am creating one more index file. Now, one more index file I am creating. Now, in the first mission IPv4 /custom we have to give. You are getting the result Google Drive. You are getting the result Google Drive. Similarly, in the second mission also, I am creating one more folder. In the C drive, inetpub triple W root folder, I am creating the folder is image folder I am creating. Image folder I am creating. Now, I am writing the index.html file. Index.html file. Click on the notepad. That is using the h1 tag, simple h1 tag. This is, I have mentioned Google image. Google image. Now, I save this file in the second Windows server, C drive, in inetpub folder, under that triple W root folder, under that image folder, I am saving the file is index.html. Index.html. Save as all files. Click on save option. You close this one. Now you can click on this folder image. Index file is creating. Index file is creating. You minimize this. The second IP address, we have to give slash image. You are getting the result or not? You are getting the result. Google image you are getting. Google image you are getting. Right now, remember the students, right now, I am not applying application load balancer. Application load balancer. Just I am launching to Windows Server, and also I am creating the index files only. I am creating the index files only right now. Now, 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 go for this, EC2 to apply application load balancer where that service is there in EC2 service. Scroll down here on the left side. On the left side, load balancing option is there. Load balancing option is there. First, you need to create target groups. You need to create the target groups. Click on the target groups. Click on create target group. Click on create target group. We have to give target group name is mission 1. Mission 1. Mission 1. I copy and paste it here. The mission 1. This is the first target group name. I'm enabling HTTP, right? In advanced health check, that is health threshold value, the minimum values you have to give, maximum up to 10. Beyond that, if you are given, you are getting the error. Suppose I am given 11, then it won't be taken. After click on the next option. That's why within the range we have to choose the minimum values. Unhealth threshold value 2 I am taken. The timeout, that is a that is the amount of time in seconds during which no response means fail health check. That the 5 seconds I am given. Interval period 30 seconds I am given. Interval periods 30 seconds I am given. Click on next option. Here, you need to choose for the mission 1. We have to register the target image. That is Windows Server 1. You can click on include as pending. Scroll down. Click on create target group. One target group is ready. That is the mission 1. Similarly, you can create the another target group. Click on create target group. Scroll down. You have to give the target group name. That is mission 2. We have to give it. Copy and paste it. Protocol we are using HTTP. Scroll down. Advanced health check. Minimum 2 we have to give. Unhealthy threshold value 2 we have to give. timeout 5 we have to give, interval that the minimum whatever the default we can give it. Click on next. Here we have to register the target group. That is, we can register the Windows Server 2. Click on include as pending below. Scroll down. Click on create target group. Click on create target group. That is, I am creating two target groups. See here, the mission 1 and the mission 2. Mission 1 and the mission 2. Two target groups I am creating. Two target groups I am creating. Now, to apply application load balancer, to apply application load balancer in EC2 service, under the load balancer, we can choose load balancers option. We can choose load balancers option. Load balancers option. Click on create load balancer. Click on create load balancer. I told that the AWS is providing four types of load balancers. Right now, the classic load balancer is outdated. That is, it is mentioned here. See that classic load balancer. That is in the previous generation. Right now, it is not used. The classic load balancer in the companies. In the companies, they are not using the classic load balancer. They are used the classic load balancer in the previous generation for balancing the load. The classic load balancer is used. Classic load balancer is used. That is, it is mentioned clearly. In this is the previous generation. This is the previous generation. That's why I mentioned that the classic load balancer is outdated one. Present, the companies they are not using the classic load balancer. The companies they are using the application load balancer and the network load balancer only. So total the AWS is providing the four types of load balancers: classic load balancer, application load balancer, network load balancer, and the gateway load balancer. Now in this session, I want to apply the application load balancer. Application load balancer. We can choose the application load balancer. Click on create. Click on create. You have to give the load balancer name. You have to give the load balancer name. Application, application, load balancer. Application, load balancer. That's I am given the name. That's I am given the name. Scroll down. Scroll down. Here, here. We have to choose the availability zones. In the Mumbai region, those are the availability zones are there. We have to put all the tick marks. AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. We can click on that. We can click on that. Now, next we have to choose the security groups. Security groups. The default security group is there. We can add the 5 security groups. I am creating for Windows Server. This is the security group I am creating. We can add this one. For Windows Server 2, this is the security group I am adding. Click on these two. Click on these two. See that. See that. This is, for this, we have to select the target group. This is for mission 1. This is for mission 1. Scroll down. Scroll down. Click on create load balancer. Click on create load balancer. Load balancer is created. See that? See that? The load balancer is created. Load balancer is created. If you want to doubt, you have to see load balancing. Under that, the load balancers option is there. Load balancers option is there. We see that. We see that. This is, what is the state? What is the state? It is in provisioning. It is in provisioning. It is in provisioning stage. Now wait for few minutes, then it is in active. Then it is in active stage. Then it is in active state, then I have to work some operations. I have to work some operations. Wait. The state is provisioning. The state is provisioning. State is provisioning. wait, otherwise you refresh. Yes, now it is in active status. Now it is in active status. Click on this one. Click on this one. Here, under, it is showing the details. It is showing the details for the application load balancer. Application load balancer. Here, we have to choose the listeners. Listeners. We can click on how many missions we are given the target missions. Only one mission I am given. I am not adding the second mission. I am not adding the second mission. I am not adding the second mission. That is the mission one. I completely given the load. That is the 100% I am given. 100% I am given. Now click on add listener. Click on add listener. Click on add listener. So instead of that, this is the load balancers. Click on this one. Listener. Listener. We have to select this one. You have to select this one. Click on action. Edit listener. Edit listener. Edit listener. Now, here, select the second target group. Select the second target group. Same protocol we are using. Same port number we have to use it. HTTP protocol. Port number is 80. For the mission 1, HTTP protocol. Port number is 80. Then only the result we are getting. So I am selecting only mission 1. That the 100% I am given. That is total workload for the mission 1 only I am providing. I am not providing for the mission 2. Now we have to select the target group 2. That is, select the target group. Second mission we have to choose it. Now we observe that the weight which is represented 1 means the 50% of the load is allotted for the mission 1. 50% of the load which is allotted for the mission 2. 50% of the load which is allotted for the mission 2. Click on save changes. Click on save changes. Click on save changes. Go for the load balancers. Go for the load balancers. Here, we have to copy DNS name. We have to copy load balancer DNS name. I copy this one. This is the application load balancer DNS name. Now I open the private browser. I open my private browser. This is, what's that? I open my private browser, paste it here. Paste it here. Meanwhile, I'm also sending, this is the DNS for application load balancer. Copy and paste it in your browsers. In your browsers, what the result we are applying. See here, mission 1. If you refresh that, the workload is distributed to the mission 2. Refresh it. Second mission. Refresh it. First mission. First mission. Second mission. See that. Depends on the traffic, it is assigned the load. Depends on the traffic, it is assigning the load. It is assigning the load. That is, I am applying application load balancer to launched Windows server. To launched Windows server. Okay. Okay. Now, in this first Windows server, I am creating this PC. Under that C drive, inet pub, triple W root, I am creating custom folder also. Similarly, for the second mission also, I am creating the image folder. I am creating the image folder. Under that, I am creating the index.html. Index.html. Now, we can click on listener. We can click on listener. Click on this one. Go for actions. Go for actions. Go for actions. Edit listener. Not edit listener. Not edit listener. Go for this one. Load balancer. Load balancer. That is under that listener, we have to choose it. Click on this one. Click on this one. Manage rules. Manage rules. Option is there. Manage rules. Option is there. Click on this add rule option. Click on insert rule. Click on add condition. Path. See that For the first mission in C drive under initpub folder, under www root folder, under custom we are creating. Slash star we have to give it. Star we have to give it. Then that is forward to mission 1. Forward to mission 1. Forward to mission 1. Similarly, we have to give the second one also. Slash star. Star means after that any folders, the index file will be executed. Index file will be executed. This one, we can click on second mission. Second mission. You have to give the weightage 1 1. You have to give the weightage 1 1. Click on save option. Click on save option. Scroll down. Scroll down. I am applying add rules. I am applying add rules. Now go for the load balancers. Click on this one. Here you can copy the public DNS. Already I copied and I paste it in the private browser. I paste it in the private browser. At the end, I am given that is, we observe that in this Amazon.in, Amazon.in, if I am click on laptop and accessories, this index file is open. If we click on cameras, this index file is open. If we click on computer peripherals, this index file will be open. This index file will be open. Similarly, I am pasting my DNS name, application load balancer DNS. I am given slash custom. Then it is executing what? Google Drive is executing. Google Drive is executing. Now, if I am given, if I am given slash image, see that right now it is not adding. Wait for a few minutes. It is Google image is displayed. Google image is displayed. That is wait for a few minutes. Then we are getting the result. No problem at all. That is we are apply for the launched Windows server the application load balancer. Application load balancer. This is the procedure we have to apply the application load balancer. Application load balancer. It's a very simple. It's very simple. That is, if you want to close this one, if you want to close this one, click on select this one, go for actions, delete load balancer. After completion of your service, student, you have to delete or terminate. Click on delete load balancer. Confirm, confirm, delete option. The load balancer is deleted. Similarly, we can delete the target groups also. Click on target groups. I am creating 2 target groups. Select these 2. Go for actions. Click on delete option. Yes, delete. 2 target groups are deleted. Similarly, I am launching 2 instances. These 2 instances also I want to terminate. Select these 2. Go for the instance state. Terminate the instant. Click on terminate. Click on terminate. This is the application load balancer. Application load balancer. I want to close this one also. Right. This is the application load balancer. Any doubts? Raise your hand. 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 No doubt. Okay, I'll stop this one.